It's on.
Good?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Okay, so here we are in the wonderful weather. We're at the top of Rogers Pass right now, and I figured it'd be a good time to talk about an offensive move. And of course, that is, for me, offensive moves are a way to get in closer and to do damage to whoever is trying to do damage to you. So, of course, everything's going to start. We talked about bridging the gap and keeping our hands out for the space bubble, in which you don't want them to get into your bubble. And if they do, it's either you're going to jump back, but the smartest thing to do is to jump forward. That way, tie them up and take their kinetic energy away from a looping punch or whatever it would be. So, anyways, what we want to focus on today is an offensive way to get in to bridging the gap. Because if somebody has challenged you to a fight and there's no way you're getting out of it, the way to get into there is to lead with a jab. Okay, so now I'll give you the difference between the jabs. When it comes to sport fighting, a jab is something you use, you flick out in order to distract the person, in order to come over with an overhand right, an uppercut, or whatever like that. Some guys' jabs are strong enough that they actually inflict damage. Now, what we're talking about is self-defense. So if you're actually just doing sport fighting and this is the way you want to box, if you're doing self-defense, then I much rather take the stance that actually Bruce Lee did. And I'm not a big fan of Bruce Lee, or by any means, or I'm not a fan kind of deal. But he had it right with this, in which he used his power. And with your strong hand, you're going to find that you have more power and you have more accuracy. And so what he did was he used his front leg, which was also his strong leg as well, his dominant leg, used more power, more accuracy. Okay, and so the way he would approach things is his jab was in with his power and his dominant hand. So same thing as when we're jumping in and out of the space, in and out of the pocket, when we're like that. Same thing, except your jab is always up protecting your hand, your head, your jaw, your chin is tucked in, and you're jumping in. And not only are you hitting with your strong hand, but the energy that your body is bringing, like the weight, we talked about this before, you're bringing the weight of your body in with your strongest hand. So bang, bang, and then back out kind of deal. Okay, like I said, you could do it with your foot as well too, right? Okay, you're coming in, you want to do damage, you distract him with your hands, bang, and this is a way for him even to drop his hands and you to clinch in. So try that when you get back home or wherever you are right now, and make sure and remember this: it's you want to dig this deep into your skull. You want to plant it in there so it becomes muscle memory. So your body, when the shock comes, when the bright lights, when people are yelling at you and screaming, that it becomes an automatic reaction, right? So remember this. 1, if you're sport fighting, your left hand is simply to flick, to jab, to distract, okay? And to bring your right hand over, okay? If you're going to be much more accurate, if your right hand, which is your dominant hand, okay, you take what you call an what would you call it? Left stance, I guess, a goofy foot you would call it if you're surfing or skateboarding. Okay, you're going to take that with your power hand. You're going to be much more accurate, much more powerful, and it'll be much easier for you to set up to get into the pocket if you can do those things, because you're not trying to set them up for a knockout, okay, unless that's where your skills are. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to make a way in to get into their pocket in order to inflict damage. So if you can jump in, bang, hit them hard, hit them accurate, or whatever like that, then it's going to be much easier for you to distract him that way, and then to get in, do your damage to the eyes, pull the ear off, finger up the nose, to the throat, things like that. Okay? Go home, go back, practice.
Again?
Why would you yell that?